Hey everybody, this is Alchemisted. I am completely unable to sleep right now, so I'm going to go ahead and record a little bit of an audio log. So, a little bit of an update. I have seen a doctor. I I've had this kind of illness before, where I'll catch a cold or something and it'll. I used to get chronic bronchitis as a kid, and I grew out of it eventually. Um, but every so often, when I get sick, sometimes it'll sort of come back for a visit, and I just kind of have to ride through it. Just grit my teeth and power through. Um, this time was very bad. It's the worst I can recall that I've ever had this sort of relapse of bronchitis. So earlier today, well, yesterday, excuse me, earlier yesterday, I finally got to a clinic to see a doctor, and he's prescribed me all kinds of stuff. Um, I've got albuterol sulfate, which is a little albuterol inhaler, which is not as bad as what I had to go through as a kid. Um, when I was a kid, it was terrible. I would have to sit basically with a face mask for like 15 to 30 minutes a day, glued to like basically an albuterol nebulizer, and that stuff, like the vapor. The worst part was the vapor. Like breathing it in wasn't bad, you know. Like it wasn't bad at all. It didn't hurt to breathe it in, but it was the vapor coming out from beneath the mask and like getting into your eyes, and that hurt. That wasn't fun. That wasn't pleasant at all. I hated that. So yeah, I got an inhaler for like the first time. Jesus Christ, when was the last time I even had an inhaler? Like I want to say like my first year of junior high, but I'm not even sure about that. Um, I can't really remember the last time I had to sit glued to a nebulizer and like bring an inhaler with me. The inhaler I had was an auto inhaler. It was really cool. You didn't have to like worry about timing shit. You just like flipped a button and then just breathed in, and it just like shoot the medicine down your throat, and it was nice. This is um this is not quite so complicated. It's basically just a regular ass inhaler. It's got a nice counter on the back of it though, which I don't remember having on the ones I used to use back in the day. Um, so yeah, I got an inhaler. I'm rolling with the glasses and the inhaler. Um, I've got some antibiotics, and I got a shitload of steroids. Um, so yeah, this is actually so. Um, what the hell is this? This is methyl. What is that? Let's see, methylprednisolone. Yeah, it's it's a lot. The reason you prescribe steroids to somebody is the reason you prescribe steroids to somebody is to like fight inflammation. Um, at least such is the case for, say, an upper respiratory infection, which is what bronchitis basically is. So I've got some nice cough syrup that I just took, and I'm a little woozy from it already. This is not. This is not. As you probably can assume, this is not like This is not off the shelf cough syrup. This is prescribed stuff. It's supposed to make me tired, but it doesn't really do it. It makes me a little dizzy for a minute or so after I take it, and that's about it. I'm a big guy, so it takes a bit of a dose to make me go down. Um, Not that I'm brave enough to try. I'm not gonna fuck with the dosages of this shit. Drinking lots of water. Um, I'm feeling pretty good right now. It's probably the steroids and the codeine talking. Um, I'm a bit less functional because I was taking a bunch of stuff, basically a bunch of flu medication and a bunch of like allergy medication. So it made me functional in a certain capacity. Um, I didn't feel as good as I do right now, but I was able to sort of vegetate without having to like go through attacks, and that's really sort of the worst part of switching to this all this prescribed stuff is I really there really isn't anything in here that prevents me from like going through attacks. And what I mean by an attack is um, uh, I'm gonna try and talk about this without grossing you out. Um, Basically, your sinuses are constantly draining into your lungs, and like your windpipe will become irritated, and you'll need to get it out. So you'll start coughing and coughing and coughing to get it out, and sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it takes some effort. I have done the sort of like Kaioken pose, like on like a few occasions, just sort of trying to like muscle things out of me. Like just trying to like add some extra power to my coughing to I'm fine. Add some extra power, just add some extra force to my coughing to like get something out of there. And that's not good either because then you get really lightheaded and shit. So you've probably noticed by now that my voice is fucking gone from all the coughing that I've been doing. This is another reason talking makes the back of my throat tingle. This is another reason why there hasn't been that much or anything really uploaded because it becomes really hard to do that when you're having like becomes really hard to record stuff when you're having like um, coughing attacks that are so forceful that they fold you in half, essentially. And that's what I've been dealing with, especially when I try to sleep. Sleep is the worst. Sleeping is the worst with this because the moment you lie down, everything just starts draining down your throat. Your sinuses, everything's just going to town, just pouring everything down your throat into your lungs, and it's only a matter of time before you get it, before you have like a start coughing like crazy. So sleep is something that I rarely get, and it's certainly something that I'm rarely getting now that I'm on steroids. Um, yeah, this is gonna be. I've been completely unable to sleep. I tried sleeping like a few hours back, and pardon. Okay, I tried sleeping a few hours back, and it just wasn't gonna happen. Um, so yeah, everything just starts pouring down your windpipe, and it's only a matter of time before your body reacts and it's got to get it out. And this means a lot of coughing. This means a lot of doubling over in the bed like trying to like get stuff out. I've learned to keep a trash can next, like near me at all times, pretty much. I know the mental image of that is probably gross, and that's because it is. It has not been a happy existence over here, but I am feeling better. So I'm gonna try and edit some Xenoverse. I did manage to record some Xenoverse, but like I said, um, I was fight. What I have recorded so far, I was fighting through constant coughing fits the whole time. So yeah, it was bad, especially when I started getting pissed at the RNG. And you're gonna notice when I'm pissed at the RNG in Xenoverse. Excuse me. You're gonna notice when I'm getting really pissed at the RNG in Dragon Ball Xenoverse because that's when I go to Mystic form immediately. Is when I have been through this mission so many times trying to get the ultimate finish, and I am done with this shit. It's getting done. I am official. I am not sportsmanlike like sportsmanlike conduct is out the window by the point that I'm triggering Mystic at the beginning of the stage. So yeah, you're gonna notice me doing that increasingly as these parallel quests go, because there's a few of them that I still have not managed to get an ultimate finish on, and they're fucking bullshit. Especially Let's Train. I have to train myself to do Let's Train. I have to practice that one because I've never managed to get the ultimate finish on it because it's terrible. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna like go through that and practice it. And excuse me, talking leads to coughing, leads to hurt, leads to lots of hurt. Um, I'm probably gonna like put Xenoverse on and practice some of those parallel quests and figure out what the ultimate finishes are and just put Luke Cage on in the background while I render this up. And hopefully I'll have some parallel. I'll have. I'm thinking. I'm thinking a couple parallel quests per day. I don't want to do them in a block. Like I'll do the current ones in a block because that's only the first few tiers, and the first few tiers are only like 4 or 5 missions, and then but once you start getting like later on, they start like the number of parallel quests per tier start getting ridiculous. And I'm not going to put those all into a single video. I'm probably going to record those into individual videos once we start getting to the parallel quest tiers that have a lot of parallel quests in them. And again, this won't have any commentary because I ain't got no voice to give it in right now. So that's about where I'm at. Um, Probably the worst part. Well, one of the worst parts, the coughing is the worst part. Sleeping, trying to sleep is the worst part. But one of the worst parts of like being sick like this is having had all this free time and not being able to do anything with it because of how sick I am. It sucks. But now that I've got a ridiculous stack of prescriptions on my nightstand right now, hopefully I'll be getting better soon. My throat's starting to tingle again. That means a coughing fit is coming. Excuse me. Hopefully I'll be getting better soon. So until then, I'm just going to focus on some Xenoverse. There might be some random footage here and there from like random games uploaded to the channel, just for fun, whatever I'm playing at the time. Again, no commentary because I'm like my pipes aren't in good shape for it right now. And yeah, updates will resume. Don't worry. I told you I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to disappear on you guys. So, yeah, that's pretty much where things are right now. I'm going to stop talking before I start coughing like crazy. And see you guys later.